Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and all audiences of the internet. This is Emerald, and today I'm going to be ranking all the Terraria bosses with a couple of exceptions. Now, before you ask in the comment section, um, hey, Emerald, I didn't take you as the kind of person to play Terraria. You're really stupid. I didn't think you'd be the kind to play Terraria, and to that I say, yes, I am incredibly dumb. The thing is, I have the wiki. Therefore, I am smart. I can read word just like you can, Mr. Smart Pants. But I'm going to be ranking all the main bosses, as you can see here. Uh, of course, I'm not doing any event bosses, save for the Celestial Pillars. And these are in the order that I have defeated them. Thing is that I haven't really gotten past Gollum here. So most of these, and I also played console, so yeah, these guys aren't here. Um, so some of the information that I get about these other ones are going to be from other people's YouTube channels and live streams, as well as memes. But yeah, I'm gonna be ranking them on like difficulty, loot, and like music and stuff. It's all amazing. I know. I'm so smart. But also you guys are absolutely going to love the lack of background music in this one. Anyways, first up we have King Slime. Now, King Slime will either be like the first or the last boss that you ever fight, depending on how much Terraria absolutely despises you. However, I came across him like as one of the first bosses, if not behind the Eye of Cthulhu, as you can tell because I put it here. But yeah, as long as you dodge properly, have like Hermes boots or can jump, you should be able to take him out pretty quickly. I was a ranger in my first playthrough, and I know like I just said that I'm stupid and that I'm really dumb. But the thing is that I was like a mixed class until this guy, when I had to use the wiki really hard and I realized I was doing everything wrong. But anyways, King Slime, yeah. As long as you have decent armor, some okay like what do you call it? Accessories, then you should be fine. Um, his loot though is pretty boring and tame early on if you aren't playing on expert mode. These are just like the slime gun, the slime hook, and solidifier. I like the solidifier a lot. Like slime furniture is probably one of my favorite things to make because it's super easy to make and it looks pretty cool. I don't care what you think otherwise because I just really like it. Um, the slime gun is completely harmless, and I don't like it. I don't know why it's in the game. I guess as a joke weapon. The slime hook though, that's a good accessory. The slime hook is a grappling hook that has three what would you call it? Hooks, I guess. And it's really nice. It's really good. It's really, how do I say it, like useful. You can use it pretty much all throughout the game. It's probably one of my favorite grappling hooks. You also get the ninja set, which I don't think do anything. I don't really remember. I thought they were just vanity items, but I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh, and the slimy saddle. How could I forget? How could I forget? Yeah, the slimy saddle is incredible. It's probably one of my favorite mounts in the game. You're not gonna get any of this if you don't play Terraria or watch Terraria. So, you know, watch Terraria, watch PewDiePie's playthrough if you want to. But Yeah, the slimy saddle, really good. It is incredible when mixed with a magic carpet. But yeah, it's great. It's reliable. It also floats in liquids. So if you are about to drown, just down X if you're on PlayStation. I don't know what the controls are for PC, but just pull out the slimy saddle, ride that slime boy, and float to the top. You won't drown. You'll be good, or burn, depending on whether or not you're in lava. Um, as well. Oh, and the royal gel. The royal gel is really, really useful. It is great. You will not believe how many types of slimes there are in the game, but having immunity to them is so good, especially when you're building a hell bridge against one of these boys. So, of course, I really like the royal gel. I got lucky with getting a royal gel on one of my first tries, and what was it called? I got warding on it, which is one of the best because it gives you +4 defense, and I can't dodge at all whatsoever. I am the worst ranger summoner in the game. If I tried to go summoner, I would die instantly. People often bash summoner because it's trash and it's hard to play. It's just because you can't dodge, and I'm not afraid of admitting I can't dodge whatsoever. I suck at the game, but yeah, the royal gel helps when you're fighting slimes, or not fighting, when you're in an environment with a lot of slimes, or in hell where they, when you kill them, they drop lava and can kill you if you're not careful. Uh, or if they just come at you at high speeds and try to kill you. Does not apply to the jumping jack-o'-lanterns. I don't remember what they're called from the Halloween event. But yeah, I think I'd rate this. I really like this boss. It's like an A tier, S A B C D F. Yeah, that's kind of like this. I didn't. I did make this. Yes, I did. With the help of a friend, they did the labels and I got the images, and yeah, this is pretty good. But anyways, on to the Eye of Cthulhu. Again, this is an optional boss, just like the. Actually, technically, all of these guys are optional. I think, like, I don't know if these guys are optional or not. I'll have to check that later. But, yeah, it's an optional boss. You don't have to fight it. You're at a high likelihood that you will, though, at some point. Whether because you're grinding at getting a certain item or want their trophy or something, I don't care. This is probably one of the more disappointing bosses. It's like, yeah, it's okay. Its loot is okay. The music in the background is used for everything that isn't this boy or this girl. But yeah, and of course, Waff. But so just Skeletron, and the Eater, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's really boring. I don't like this boss. Its trophy is pretty boring. Its loot is annoyingly just boring. It it drops Demonite or Crimtane depending on which world you're coming from, as well as Unholy Arrows if you're in a corrupt world. But you can just get that from one of these, and you get more, which is, great for these, but not for this. And plus, even when you sell it, you only get about like 30 to 40 of them, of Demonite or Crimson. Um, yeah, it's just boring. The treasure bag loot isn't any better. The Shield of Cthulhu, it's pretty great early on. That said, you shouldn't really be in an expert mode early on. So, Shield of Cthulhu, B minus at the best. It doesn't look very good. It doesn't provide that much of a defense boost to be viable, and it can't be crafted into anything. It's boring. I don't like it. The binoculars, if that's something you want to grind for, I suggest that you don't. It is, despite the fact that it's only 3% that you're actually going to get it, it's so useless. It makes your range for like arrows and stuff farther. You can see farther. Which some people might say, "Oh, but Admiral, that's so great for people like Rangers. Exactly the type that you play as. Why don't you like it?" I don't need to see the thing that I'm shooting at, alright? Usually the thing I'm shooting at, I'm running away from at high speeds anyways. Especially one of these boys. So why does it matter that I have to get to see farther? Like, I just hold, like, I just go right and then hold left click. I don't need to see my enemy to kill them. Sometimes. Especially with chlorophyte bullets. God, those things are so useful. Okay, I gotta fix my mouse cursor real quick. I know you probably won't understand, but there's only like a small area of comfort where it really works, but dude, who cares? um, but yeah, Eye of Cthulhu, boring, not worth grinding. It's just overall a disappointment. I don't like this one. Yeah, D tier. Oh wait, S. Yeah, C tier. C tier. This is S. I forgot. There's an extra letter. Um, now the Eater of Worlds. Now that's a pretty good boss. I don't like how it is a worm, of course, and in most corruption worlds, there's these freaking sinkholes that the loot gets trapped in or whatever. You know, it's all very inconvenient sometimes. You know, it's. But I like this boss. It can drop like a ton of loot, as well as, or well, you know, tool making stuff, but who cares? Demonite Shadow Scales. Um, but yeah, it's really cool. I like the idea behind it. It also looks really cool. I love the design behind it. Unfortunately, it does only play boss one, which is really boring. I personally think boss one is pretty meh. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Unlike some music. But the music in this game is mostly just good, great, or meh. Most of the time. The expert mode loot is actually pretty good. I liked the Eater of Worlds mask. It's really great. It looks cool and it works with a lot of dyes. The worm scarf is a great accessory. 17% may not sound like a big number, but when it reduces that much damage from each attack, it can be really, really good. It can be the difference between life and death. And this is unscripted, by the way, so I'm gonna stumble over my words like a toddler trying to learn how to walk on a tricycle. But the Eater's Bone is probably one of the pieces that I just don't like about it. I don't hate it, it's just that the pet is just boring and it looks disgusting, as it should because it's from the corruption. But you know, I thought it was a melee weapon on the first time, so when I hit something with it or tried hitting something with it, I almost died to it, and I saw that there was a little like what was it, like a soul eater, or is it like, I don't remember what it's called, but like a little monster behind me that was floating, and I was trying to shoot it, and I just wasted all my ammo because I thought it was invincible. Yeah, again, I'm extremely dumb. But yeah, this is, yeah, A tier boss. Same with the Brain of Cthulhu. The Brain of Cthulhu, a great boss. I personally don't like the Crimson all too much. Oh, I also forgot, you know, this guy can give you the musket. The musket's really good. The musket is incredible. I love the musket. It's great. But anyways, Brain of Cthulhu. Um, the Brain of Cthulhu makes the Crimson a lot more fun. I didn't like the concept of the Crimson because it's very boring, you know. If you ever seen Bendy and the Ink Machine, or like any games that involve, what was it called? Crap, I forget. Crap. Who cares? But it's just flesh. Like, cool, yeah, I've seen it 100 times. Gore. It's just nightmare fuel. That isn't scary because I've seen it a million times. It was scary the first like 12 times, and then I got bored of it. But ignoring all the flaws, tell us how is you stay. But the Brain of Cthulhu is a really fun boss. It is kind of, it is kind of borrowing concepts from other bosses, not just in this game, but it is really cool. Floating brain with a heart in the middle. That is not how anatomy works, Relogic. But who am I to judge what you think Cthulhu's brain looks like? But, yeah. Pretty good loot with the bone rattle. I don't like the bone rattle all too much, but, my little brother liked it, so I wore it sometimes when he was around. The Brain of Cthulhu mask, that was one of my favorites. It looks really cool, as well as the trophy. The Crimtane that it drops is a pretty good amount. It's about 40 to like 60, I think. I don't know. I'll have to check that later. But yeah, good amount of Crimtane. Um, and of course, you got to kill all the creepers. Though that's how you get the tissue to help build the rest of your armor. The brain has tissue as an extra material that you need to craft stuff with. The Eater of Worlds has shadow scales. Shadow scales sounds a lot cooler than just tissue, by the way. But yeah, made the Crimson a lot more enjoyable. I like its music, even though I'm pretty sure it just has regular boss. I don't really remember. Boss 1, by the way. That's what it's called, I think. But yeah. Great boss. I didn't like it. No. Wait. Yeah. I'd put it at A. Skeletron. Okay. Skeletron is probably one of the first bosses that upon seeing, I just kind of laughed at shortly after, or shortly before getting torn to shreds. But yeah, Skeletron, is pretty, self-explanatory what he is. This is a big old skeleton. Thing is, he's only a skull and two hands and arms. I don't like his loot all too much. His mask is really cool. The bone glove is probably the most boring and useless weapons I've ever used. And again, I'm 1.3. I have not updated to 1.4 on console yet. I'm waiting for April 2nd. But the bone glove is trash. I don't like using it. It's just as useless as throwing bones. And I just don't see the reason as to defeating Skeletron in expert mode for a piece of trash like this, unless you're grinding for money. But yeah, the Skeletron hands are pretty funny, even though they're, overshadowed by the slime claws or whatever they were called, like the slime hooks. I think they might be a bit longer, and I don't really remember what the Book of Skulls does. It's probably just like, probably a summoner item. But yeah, Skeletron, great concept, bad loot. The music of Boss 1 really goes with it because the xylophones sound like the his bones, but yeah. Also the way you spawn him is pretty creative. Like you gotta fight him at night by killing the Clothier. How do you say that? I've always said Clothier because I thought it was like French or something, but I don't know. Uh, but yes, I like this guy. He's not great. He's not terrible. He's enjoyable. It's B tier. Okay. The Queen Bee. Now that that is a great boss. All right. Let me tell you, I was freaking horrified of this thing, and I don't even have insect phobia, arachnophobia, whatever it's called. Um, Bruh, like a giant bee whose abdomen is replaced with a Gatling gun that shoots bees is probably one of the most creative things I've ever heard of in my life. And if I was as smart as Relogic, I would never create something like that in a million years because I am just too stupid for Relogic. But yeah, Queen Bee, great idea. I actually first came across the Queen Bee because I was trying to defeat the Waff, um, because I heard that bee nades were one of the greatest items in the game against him. Which, wow, what a surprise! The only way you can get some is by crafting them, uh, or obtaining them from this girl, and you need the stuff to craft them from her. But yeah, design is incredible. It's amazing. The difficulty is actually pretty dang hard. It's like, especially on expert mode. Expert mode can be really annoying for the queen bee. Um, but yeah, queen bee is also, it's really hard because she starts charging across the screen. You can't hit her with anything, which is really painful as a ranger because I just had to stick to the ceiling and then drop down whenever she came across me. But her loot is really good as well. I personally, what did I just say? Holy crap! I personally never managed to get the beekeeper, but I got both the bee gun and the bee's knees. And let me tell you, those are two of the best weapons in the game, or at least pre-hard mode, because they kill things super quickly. Especially the bee gun. If you've been stocking up on mana and have no way to use it, just use the bee gun. It is the best waste of mana that is useful, because it shoots bees that can go as fast as you do with, I think, up to the frostbark boots. Again, I haven't updated, so I haven't gotten the Terraspark boots yet. I know, I suck for playing console. Haha. PC Master Race. Who cares? But yeah, the bee gun, really great. It's really easy to spam. And, as long as you have mana regeneration going for you, you'll be able to replenish this and spam this all you want. Just don't use it against any boss above Skeletron. Skeletron you cannot defeat with the bee gun. It's sad. The bee's knees is a pretty good bow. It's probably one of the only bows I remember having through all of pre-hard mode, because, it was great. It turns wooden arrows into bees, but all other arrow types stay the same, which is great. Because if I need bees, I can just use wooden arrows, and if I want something else like fire arrows, hellfire arrows, unholy, other stuff, jester arrows, I think there's one called, then you can just swap it out, and it's always a nice sight to see. Also, it's stupid spammable with the endless quiver, I think it's called, yeah. But that's only for hard mode. What was that noise that I just made? What? I never managed to get the honeyed goggles because it's stupid hard to get, 11%. I've never used the hive wand because I don't like it. It's boring. I used to have a bee shirt in my pre-hard mode game, but I lost it when trying to sort my inventory, and I accidentally trashed it. Um, the nectar is a pretty good pet summon. I like the little bee. It's really cute, and I wouldn't recommend it for those of you who have insect phobias. But yeah, I like the nectar. The bee can actually be painted with dye in a numerous amount of colors, and it goes well with a lot of them. But yeah, overall, great music. By the way, I like the music. The music's nice. Great battle, great design, and great loot. I'll put this, yeah, A tier. Wall of Flesh. The Wall of Flesh. The guardian of the souls of light and dark. The last thing in your way until you meet the rest of these guys and you get absolutely pounded. Anyways, Yeah, Wall of Flesh. I freaking I feared this thing like it was like I feared this thing like it was Jason Bourne, freaking Michael Myers, and like what would you call him again? Like Michael Jackson, all in my closet at once. All right, annoying. After hard mode, deadly pre-hard mode. If you don't have the right gear against this guy, if you haven't killed pretty much all the rest of these people, you are dead. You are dead. You straight out, you are dead. You will be needing the accessories for this battle. The best of the best. The armor, everything. You're gonna need it all. I could never dodge the lasers that he shot, so I always just exploded whenever that happened. So I always wore the melee set of armor, even though I was a ranger. Again, I can't dodge, so I just took damage all the time. But yeah, Wall of Flesh is a great concept. Like, killing the guide and spawning this guy, I really kind of thought for half a second before dropping the guide voodoo doll, do I really want to kill Joe? And then I did, and then I did anyways because I don't care about Joe, and he just respawned anyways because I searched it up on Google because I didn't want him to die forever because I liked Joe. I had an emotional attachment to Joe. But anyways, yeah, the art for this guy is also really good, even though you can only see like a third of him here, which is the mouth. Um, and of course, the entire battle is really hard for pre-hard mode, as you'd expect, because it's the final boss of pre-hard mode. But as long as you have like the mini shark or the what's it called, the star cannon, as well as like a bow of some kind, either that being like I guess the bee's knees or some other legendary bow. Yeah, it's pretty good. Um, oh crap! Wait, I forgot about the queen bee. It's freaking other drops. I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. And we'll be fine without it. Yeah. But yeah, gateway to pre-hard mode. Just hard mode. God diddly dang it, man. If I took English classes, I do, by the way. I swear, I would only be 1% higher IQ than I am now. But still, 0 times 0 is still 0. But yeah, Wall of Flesh. Love Boss 2. It's one of my favorite songs in all of Terraria. It just fits the Wall of Flesh so well cuz you're just running away from this freaking disgusting wall of just human remains. I assume it's human at least. It's just coming at you full speed, no stopping. And you just got to shoot at it until you die. It's great. I love the Wall of Flesh. It's God tier. Nothing can change my opinion on that. Oh, also the Breaker Blade, the Clockwork Assault Rifle, the Laser Rifle, all amazing. I never got the chance to use Firecracker, but that doesn't matter because I'm not a summoner. Um. Okay, Spasmatism and Retinazer. Now these guys, I died to them a lot. I sucked all of the balls. I sucked both of the eyeballs. And let me tell you, they tasted very bloody and disgusting and metallic. But anyways, yeah, these guys are a pretty fun battle. Now, they, of course, aren't supposed to be very hard for first battle. Unlike this piece of crap, they aren't nearly as, devoid of creativity. But, they're pretty cool. Their second phase is amazing. I love it so much, and yet I hate it because I keep dying to it over and over. I did beat these guys, however, it did take me finding almost every shade of hard mode ore possible in my entire freaking world so I could get adamantite armor so I could be feasible against this thing. But it worked. And after getting enough loot and grinding more than I can, than more. What am I trying to say here? I swear, my brain is the tissue box that's lying to the right of me. Anyways, yeah, great boss, great second stage. I really I really love the mask that comes with it. It looks pretty cool. The Souls of Sight are key in making pretty much everything in hard mode that's useful. Um, and the mechanical wheel piece used to make the cart. I forgot what it was called. I think it's like the mechanical cart, but yeah, great boss. Uh, it uses boss too, but I never really felt like it was the same as the Wall of Flesh. It's not as good. No, let's put that at there because I kind of hate it existing. Um, Now this guy was pretty hard to kill, just as this one. I mean, the Destroyer. What a concept for a boss! This, even though it's just a copy of this guy, it is just as good, if not better. Oh crap! Wait, I should be lining these up properly. Okay, but we'll do that in a minute. But like the little red dots being drones that fire lasers at you. Who could have thought about that? Not me. I'm too stupid for that. The design is incredible. I thank everyone in Relogic's art department for this one because it's just great. It's so good. Of course, the loot is amazing as well. Or well, not amazing, but it's still pretty cool. The mask is incredible. I love the mask so much. The wagon piece for it again used in the cart, the mechanical cart. I still don't know what it is. Okay, again, it's part of that. Not dealing with it. Souls of Might used for the mini shark, the mega shark. I mean, mega shark is incredible. I love the mega shark so much. It is my favorite, one of my favorite guns that I have owned. It's incredible, and it goes really great with chlorophyte bullets. You just kill anything with it. But yeah, the Destroyer, really great boss. Music's on point. I love the music. It's great. Um, yeah, it's a great boss. Oh, and also Daedalus Stormbow is the only thing that can kill this thing, other than like, what's it called, like, unholy flaming or arrows or something. I'm sorry, microphone. I didn't mean to hurt you. But yeah, take a drink every time I say "but yeah" in this video. Um, yeah, we're gonna put this here. Okay, so we're gonna order this like how good it is to like the better it is, the more to the left it is. So let's put it like corruption is my favorite evil biome, by the way. Um, hmm. The destroyer. Okay, King Slime has to be first here. It kind of looks like the eater is like the first half of the destroyer. That's pretty fun. Also, the reason why you can't see the full body in here is because it was too long. It's not just for those of you who haven't played Terraria. It's just it's it's longer than this. It isn't just this tiny box. um, and yeah, we'll sit you there. Skeletron Prime. What most like I think master mode players just say is the worst for any house that you've ever built in your life. Um, and yes, that's the truth. It blows up everything. It's annoying. It is just a mechanical version of Skeletron, but this time, two times more the arms. Therefore, it's better. No, it's not. It's okay. Again, it has a battery piece for the cart, as you could expect. The mask is really cool. I love it. The Souls of Fright, are used in the Mega Shark again, and all of these mechanical bosses dropped hollowed bars, which are pretty good. They're not as good as Chlorophyte, I in my opinion at least. But yeah, I think does he have his own music? I don't think he has his own music though. Yeah, he only plays boss one, so we're gonna rank you only a bit higher than regular Skeletron. Okay, Plantera. Plantera is a great boss. It is very, very creative. Like, yes, there have been people like in Cuphead or in like what was it called again? Like Plants vs Zombies, I think it was. That have made like plant-like like bosses and stuff and enemies and whatever. Plantera is probably my favorite thing that like from the graveyard, I think it was called in Halo, that isn't the graveyard. Cuz this thing is incredible. Like who could have thought that a giant freaking flower would make such a great boss? The music is great. The drops are there are so many drops. I'm just looking at the Wikipedia right now. I can't I can't name all of these. Like, okay, the Venus Magnum is great. I love it. It's a great pistol. It's meh. The grenade launcher is pretty cool. The Wasp gun I never got the chance of using myself, but apparently due from all live stream players, it's like trash or something. Seedler is meh. I was never a melee character, so I never really played. Yeah. The music is like probably it rivals Boss 2. I don't think it's better than Boss 2, but it's really, really good. I love it. Yeah, we're gonna give you a solid A tier or S tier. Oh yeah, and also it looks incredible. Its second stage is great. Its first stage is great. The way that you summon it is incredibly creative. It's the same with the Empress of Light. You kill this thing that it likes, and it kills you. Who could have guessed? Okay, next up we have what most Terraria players describe as the disappointment of the family. This boy. Yeah, there's not much I can say that summarizes this better than the community has. It's what, like, what could follow Plantera? Plantera! That wouldn't be disappointing. Golem? Come on, dude. Come on. It's small, it's boring, it's pretty hard to kill, but even then, like, it was pretty easy to kill, at least for me. Just use chlorophyte bullets. Again, when you get the key from Plantera, you're expecting, like, something from an ancient civilization as the lizards, depending on where you're from. Also, Terraria, depending on where who cares? But yeah, as someone, as ancient a civilization, an infamous a civilization as the lizards, this is the best defense mechanism they came up with. Like, why? This is pretty boring. This is a disappointment. I put this in why. Why is this here? Why would I? Why? No, bad. Duke Fishron. If there was ever a more joked about boss than this one, that still managed to be super hard to defeat, it was this one. I don't really like the music that goes along with it. It's meh, but you know, it's still a good boss. Its drops are actually pretty good. The Fishron wings look decent, at least to me. You know, its trophy is pretty cool, and the mask is just the mask is a bit crazy, but I like it. The bubble gun is a joke. And yeah, most of the weapons that it has is really, really good. I like this one. I like this one. Probably not better than the Queen Bee. Let's put the Queen Bee in front of Brain actually, yeah. Next up we have the lunatic cultists. You see, when I was first playing the game, like a year ago, I thought it was lunatic because they always summoned Cthulhu, or the Moon Lord. If you read the lore like I did, you know, you'd know that this guy is actually Cthulhu. I wish I was dead. But yeah, I thought it was lunatic because it's Luna, and then this is the Luna. This is Moon. This is Mr. Moon. This is Mr. Moon Man come to destroy your land. come to take your food, your stock, and your coin. Don't let him do that. But yeah, this guy is kind of like the first taste of the pillars, and then this guy. He's a great boss. Again, he's kind of overshadowed by these boys, but he's got pretty good music. Again, it's just Golem's music, as well as his attacks look really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna put him probably behind Duke Fishron. He's like barely missing this B tier. Um, I don't like the pillars. I don't like the pillars like at all. Why? Why can't you just kill this guy and then go into this? I know a lot of people like the pillars. No, I don't like it. um, the people that it spawns are okay, I guess. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't like the pillars. Okay. The big boy himself. The one that leads to all the hatred of the Terraria community just being targeted towards this one boy. You defeated all the others. You caught them all. You got every other mask. It's time to kill this one. Now that you've gotten all past all the bosses, you pent up all your rage in a tiny bubble. Just throw that bubble at the Moon Lord and kill the thing. I love the Moon Lord so much. It is a great boss. Its music is crazy. It's great. It's incredible. The design, for a design that has the art style of a game from like the 80s or maybe even like the 60s, dude. I'm stupid. The 70s. I was going to say the 60s. Yes, I have brain. Oh, bruh. I swear. Again, I have the capacity of a 2-year-old. The brain capacity, that is. I don't have the muscle capacity of a 2-year-old. I have the muscle capacity of an infant. But yeah, this boss is great. It's visually appealing and incredible. And, dude, Cthulhu could never look this good. He is just great. Also, the open rib cage is freaking incredible. Again, I'm sorry. I'm going to be cringing at that joke for the rest of my life. I'm going to shoot myself right now if I don't stop thinking about that joke. Okay, moving on. Yes, incredible boss. The best of best loot. Of course, the Meow Mirror, I'm pretty sure, is used to help make the Zenith, depending on where you're from. The portal gun, stupid fun. The Meow Mirror minecart is a joke, but it's really freaking good. The Terrarian, I don't use yo-yos. I'm not a melee, so I don't care. Last Prism, wow. That's freaking incredible. I love the Last Prism. It's great. SDMG is what the Mini Shark and Mega Shark aspired to be but never could become. Everything about this boss is just so good. I put it above the Wall of Flesh just because its loot is so good. And we got these two babies. Queen Slime. I never got to play these two. I never can play these two. Until April 2nd, that is. When the game gets updated. So, Empress of Light, and these two, forgive me, I am not a part of the PC Terraria Master Race. I don't know what to say about these two. Yeah, people say that the Queen Slime has the best mount, or probably the best mount. And to that I say, yes, it does. It's a slime with wings. It's very cool, and it's great for if you don't have wings, which you should anyways, but it doesn't matter. I use the rocket boots because, I like them, and I also like walking very fast. And also, I have enough data to okay. But, yeah. I like this one. It's pretty good. Music it comes with is pretty good as well. you know, its loot is great as well. I'm gonna put it probably above Skeletron Prime and, you know, regular. This girl, this is the best. This, again, like Plantera, summons after. No, put it back. Put it back. I'm gonna put it there instead. Okay, but summons after you kill the thing you like, that it likes. It's the most annoying good battle that I think I've ever seen on Twitch. Because I've never fought in it. Because I'm a loser console player. But yeah. Empress of Light. Design is great. The face on it is pretty funny whenever I see it on Twitch and stuff. And the memes that came out of this one were really great. People who were saying that Terraria didn't need, like, this are wrong. They are wrong. They are just wrong, alright? Because this is a great boss battle. And also, Terra Prisma is great. The Terra Prisma you can't live without, right? It's incredible. Crap, I forgot about... I'm stupid. I am dumb. But, yeah, the Terra Prisma is great. It's pretty much impossible to get. The Kaleidoscope, the Starlight, the Night Glow, the Eventide, they're all just great. I get a feeling that just prismatic dye is pretty much the same as every other, like, negative dye and other stuff, even though, you know, I've only really seen it on a couple of cosmetics, but I don't care. Jeez, I had something in my throat. Sorry. But yeah, great boss, great music. I freaking love the music. The music's incredible. Amazing design. The boss battle itself is annoying, but it looks really good. There's a reason this lady is called the Empress of Light. But yeah, it's a great boss. It's a great boss. I would say that this would probably go either on the high end of A tier or low end of S tier. But yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. Smash like. I might actually do like Terraria weapon stereotypes kind of video, like how Soundsmith did with TF2. Except I'm not gonna get any Terraria footage of that. Again, I'm just constantly but yeah, if you like this video, smash like, so I know you want more Terraria type kind of content, or maybe just more like graph content, like ranking content like this. Tell me if you want a certain thing ranked, because, you know, I might do it. Aside from that, make sure you subscribe so you motivate me to make more content like this, or just content in general. I'm going to make... Or, well, actually, this is being recorded before I record the Pokemon video that's going to come out on Tuesday, and this video is going up on Thursday. So I'm technically talking to myself in the future and the past, so I'm going to record the Pokemon video. Don't mind that little time paradox you just saw there. I'm going to record the Pokemon video, but by the time that you see this video, that video will be 2 days old as my brain is, apparently. But yeah, comment anything you want to see me play games, any games you want me to play, review, rank, I guess I do that now, and, you know, share this with your friends, share this with everybody, share this to random people on the internet, I don't care, share it to everybody, because people deserve to have good content, and I want to put out good content. Personally, sometimes I think that I'm not producing the best content, but I'm trying my best, so please share it with people, and if they like it, then that's great. We got more viewers, we got more subscribers, it grows the channel, more people can see me being an idiot. And if they don't like it, then you could just say, okay, sure, that's fine. You don't have to like the same things that I do. It's fine. I don't have to shun you out for that, which is great. Anyways, if you like this video, do all those things. If you didn't, well, that's great, because it just shows how much of an idiot I am to broadcast this to you. I'm very sorry. Goodbye.